spacious sky.
For amber waves of grain.
For purple mountain majesty.
Above the fruited plain. America.
God shed his grace on thee.
Come on. In ground thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. This flag is making me hot.
Well, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July, as you couldn't tell, I'd imagine. Maybe I'll do like you. I'll put it right on my lap. Whew. Well, that was actually our first go at it. Maybe it was good. Maybe it wasn't. We're recording and we're live and we're rocking and rolling.
Yeah, we're going to take what you can get.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain. I've never really thought about those lyrics.
Purple mountain
Majesty above the fruited plain. The rest I can kind of understand, but those first few lines.
Yeah, I wonder when they were writing it, was somebody like, "Hey,
no, it was.
What are you talking about?"
Hey, hey, brother, what are the amber waves of grain? Tell me about that.
What's the purple mountains about?
What in the purple mountains are we talking about?
Have you ever seen a purple mountain?
No, maybe in California.
They have the purple mountains out there. That's terrible.
Man.
That's terrible.
Happy 4th of July. On that note, what did we do today?
Well, let's start by saying we are kidless. So our 4th of July did not require, 2 kids down, 1 on the way.
I was going to say, we still got 1.
But we didn't have to do the whole firework.
We celebrated our Independence Day. It was different than everybody else's, but no children. We had a great Independence Day. And
we were very independent.
It's probably our last.
I know.
Which is kind of crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what else I was thinking? I think I've spent, I think last year's I was hanging out with my cousins, but with you in my life, I think the last three or so 4th of Julys. I remember maybe our first. Mm-hmm. It was on the mountainside, the purple mountains of Hollywood, and we were watching the fireworks right off Universal.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. We just pulled off on the side, and
that's true.
It was you, me, David, Brian.
Was Chris there?
It
was a lot of family members there for sure.
I feel like he stayed back at the house. Maybe not.
No.
But anyways, I know in our vehicles, you, me, David, Brian.
Chris. Because I remember they were trying to be, Brian was trying to be like fresh in front of the boys, and you checked him and everybody was like, ooh.
Oh. Papa's in the house.
Yep. And I was like, I'm not going to say a word.
Well, yeah, we had a good time with that. I remember. Well, let me get this.
You burning up?
I am. I'm getting hot.
Burning up. All right.
Well, what else did we do today?
Today we decided, you know what? We are going to go see a movie.
And a movie we did.
A movie?
Actually, I don't know. Did we see a movie?
Did we see a movie?
We saw a film. I don't know if it was a movie.
Yeah, we saw something at the theater.
We're going to deep dive into that in a bit. But before we get there, we're going to beep, beep, beep. Back up the truck. We're going to our top 5 movies. Mm-hmm. Do you want to start it off or do you want me to? And are we doing an order on these, order of operations?
That's up to you. I mean, they're all, it's our top favorites, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Let's just do top 5 favorites. No specific order, just so there's no debate.
Okay. First on my list.
Okay.
Can you guess?
In no specific order.
In no specific order. Can you guess?
For sure, without a doubt. There is a vampire on this list.
Yes.
Maybe multiple times.
But I'll save
unfortunately.
that. Shut up.
You know what's funny? Your top 5 may be my bottom 5.
That's crazy.
Well,
okay, well,
give it to us.
One of them is Wicked.
Oh, okay.
So that's like one of my favorites.
It's vampire adjacent, which
right,
is
it's whimsical.
very whimsical. You know, I remember when I was a wee little boy, and it seemed like the Wicked book was the talk of the town. I can still remember the cover. They were kind of like whispering in the ear.
I didn't know it was even a book.
What?
No.
Oh, well.
I just saw the play, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my
I didn't know
entire
it was a play.
life. How dare you?
Well, anyways, I just remember everybody was talking about that book.
It's very good.
And to me, it's basically a spin-off of, or maybe not a spin-off, it's a...
Watch your mouth.
A prelude?
To what? Oh, yes. I thought you were going to like compare it to Star Wars or something.
No, The Wizard of Oz. It's
The
like
Wizard of Oz, yes.
It's kind of like a prequel.
Prequel.
It's like a prequel to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You got a cash cow. Go ahead and milk it.
But here's my thing. With you not knowing anything about it and you went to see it, what were your thoughts?
I actually thought it was pretty good.
Hey, the music's good, right?
I think they overdid it with maybe 2 songs. And was like...
Those are the ones that are not originally from the play. So they were getting a little...
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think it was... sometimes too long is actually a detriment. And I think that movie would have lended itself a better hand.
A little bit shorter.
If it was like, 2 songs less, I think it would have really fleshed it out. And it became cumbersome. Sometimes musicals... I like them, but sometimes it's like, we were getting in the groove, and
then
we're
somebody's
just
like,
breaking out into
I'm just like me, and you're like, wait, you were just talking.
I'm brushing my teeth.
I'm just like you. It's like we were just talking. Why are you singing? You just ruined it. I was in the moment. I get it.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm with you on that. Like when there's a song every second, it's kind of like Hamilton. It's too much.
I'm walking down the stairs.
It's like, okay, you don't have to tell us sing every little thing you do, but when they have like little spots of songs, then I like it.
I heard Wicked and Hamilton are going to be in KC.
Hamilton can go right on to the next town, but Wicked I want to see.
Hamilton
is too much. They all the songs to me. Ooh, I'm sorry if you guys are Hamilton fans, but all the songs sound the same.
I'm not. I know Hamilton exists, but I don't really know anything about it.
By Act 2, you're gonna want to
Civil War?
Die.
Is it Civil War?
I think.
The Declaration of they're trying to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Right.
It seems like it's that kind of.
It's
era.
something like that, but it's kind of like how we felt when we were watching Hey Santa, where it's like again like the same song.
Yeah.
They all sound
Who
the
knows?
same.
Maybe it's a good one.
You can go. Yeah, you guys can go.
But no, bringing it back to Wicked, what were some of the highlights? Like what, obviously it's in your top 5 for no reason. Or it's
just because I know how technically difficult it is to sing those songs and how effortless they're doing it whilst acting at the same time. To me, it's like an art. Like people don't realize how difficult that is. Just to sing a song, you saw us a second ago. You make ugly faces. You're just kind of like getting it out, but they're like full on acting and singing. Very, very difficult.
Maybe it's just because I'm around you and the kids that our home is Hamilton. It's singing all everywhere.
We harmonize together.
Yeah. Ember, you can leave her in a room. Well, it doesn't have to be a room. It could be a backyard. She can sing for 19 hours straight about anything that's going on,
and you can't tell. Like in her brain, she is a pop star.
Yeah, and I'm glad she's like that. I hope. Well,
not all the time.
I hope maybe at some point it.
I think it'll die down.
If she's 24 still,
no, then we're gonna be like, baby, we're gonna have to. Shh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something's happening.
Right.
But yeah, it's the cutest thing. But no, I think getting back to what I was saying, I think being around y'all has made me like, especially with that movie, be like, dang, like this actually is like really difficult.
Yeah,
I'd
because you
imagine.
can see how challenging it is.
I can also say this too. Something about a lot of movies nowadays it seems like they're so it feels like it's a set. It's so Disneyfied where it's like it feels like every movie is on The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Yes, I can't stand it.
Where it's like everything looks like a prop. It's not lived in. But for Wicked, it had that feel, but it made sense because it felt like a Broadway play.
Yeah, but all those sets were real.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
They were actually at the Wizard of Oz.
They built the whole thing.
Wow.
Every tulip was real. That yellow brick road was real. Every store, everything.
That's a lot of bricklaying.
That's a little behind the scenes, y'all. But everything was real. They built the whole set.
But also this, and I know we mentioned it maybe a couple episodes ago, a month ago.
What?
It may be in your top 5, but it got snubbed on everything.
Of course it did.
Was it movies or just music in the movie?
Everything. They only got costume design or something like that. And I'm like,
of all the things I would give, I mean, yes, it had good costume, but I don't know if I would.
Amelia Perez won for music.
Amelia Bedelia.
I said, what?
Yeah.
Have you? I'm not even gonna re-sing the song because it's inappropriate. But if you ever look up Amelia Perez, the music from that musical,
the music, how
any of us can do that. Okay, none of us can do the Wicked singing.
What's the last song that's Ember's always singing? Or no, it's a something
has changed within me.
She's always singing.
I know, but Amelia Perez is like
screams it. Have you ever been in the car with her when she's screaming it?
Oh my goodness,
it's fun.
Yeah, can't catch a note, but like love that she's
starting to catch up to him though.
She is. She's getting there.
She's gaining on him.
She's coming. All right, what's yours? Let's hear it.
In no specific order.
I have no clue what you're gonna. I think I know one, if I had to guess.
And in this one, I'm going to we're making up the rules as we go along. It's the basement rules here. I'm breaking rule number 1, and this is going to be a franchise because I just couldn't pick one. They're all good except the last one. I'm just going to say the Toy Story franchise.
That is really a good movie. I wasn't thinking along those lines.
Nerf gun to my head, I had to choose one. It would be Toy Story 3. If I had to eliminate any of them, and I could only have one for the rest of my life, Toy Story 3. It's well-rounded, character development.
I do agree that last one was like, what's going on?
I've almost
guys?
forgotten they had a 4th one.
Yeah.
Because it just
that
wasn't
last
good.
one was kind of like, maybe not.
There's something magical and mystical about Toy Story. I think everyone that was born around that time still believes that toys can haunt them and fight them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do not take care of your toys.
Listen, Woody's real.
Because what's he say? His head is spinning around. He's like, and we're always watching you, Sid. Something like that. Sid was a crazy little psychopath boy. And even as a young child, I knew that he had mental problems. I did not want him as a neighbor. And as I got older, I found out that I had a Sid as a neighbor.
Your neighbor was Sid.
He was, and I wish we would have called him that.
Dang, we should have called him Sid.
Man, Toy Story.
Do you low-key miss him?
No, heck no. That little brat.
I know they missed the segment.
So
I just missed filming all the. He was just esculating. It was going to get crazy.
Our previous apartment is probably burned down.
It probably is no longer.
In one of the songs from Toy Story 2, when somebody loves
That's
you,
a tearjerker. Oh, every hour spent together. Yeah, that one's sad.
When she...
I don't know the full song.
I can still remember being a child.
Are you about to cry right now?
I can remember being a kid almost crying at that song.
Yeah, that one. Sir, that's what I'm saying. Some songwriting, some melodies can really just get you.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
choice.
Very.
Dang, I
yeah.
didn't think along those lines. Now my list sounds very.
And have you noticed too,
ghetto.
Ember, bringing up Ember a lot? She really connects to movies.
I have to be careful what I show her. She will cry. Beauty and the Beast. Took 2 weeks for her to get over that.
Really?
2 weeks. She couldn't believe.
Took me 2 weeks to finish that movie.
Shut up. I thought, oh, let me show her the classics. Like she wasn't born then. Like all the princesses, if we go to Disney, I want her to know who's who. Not just, oh, Moana, but who are these girls? So,
she's funny though, because like, sorry to interrupt you right there. Mm-hmm. You were probably getting real deep.
I was going there, yeah.
And it's kind of spontaneous. Sometimes it's a movie you're like, oh, she's gonna cry on this one, and she's not
like Ratatouille.
Crying.
You thought she was gonna explode,
and then
she was like, fine.
There's other movies where it's like, why are we crying?
What happened?
Are you okay?
What happened?
Yeah, it's like
it's really hard to tell with her.
We're watching The Iron Giant.
Yeah.
And she's bawling. What is happening?
Where's his family? I'm like, girl.
Herbie rides again.
Right. No. Herbie fully loaded and she's shattered.
The tears are fully loaded.
So yeah, with her, I have to be we're still very innocent with her. Just because she's very emotional. It takes her a minute to get over things. So I kind of just, Brian's the total opposite.
Yeah. Well, I think we've said enough about Toy Story.
Okay. Dang, all mine are inappropriate.
Really?
Yeah, now that you're going down the road of Toy Story. Oh, Twilight. Okay, we'll go. But the rest after that. So yes, Twilight is another one of my favorite movies. I'm a hopeless romantic. Boo. Secrets Out.
I watched these with you.
I made him watch them all in a row.
I can remember growing up and it was kind of like, ooh, I don't know if we should watch these. They're
so corny and innocent.
Corny, unbelievably corn fest. I put an empty popcorn.
Shut up about my favorite.
It wasn't even popped. And as the movie was going on, it was so corny. It was just popping the corn.
Every guy says it's corny because they can't pull those emotions out of themselves like Edward. You guys are jealous because Edward wears his heart on his sleeve.
He was also a freak. He would just there was something wrong with her. What was her name? Bella.
Every girl loves that level of obsession.
But this man would do some of the most absurd things. He would just eat like a wolf in front of her.
I wanted to eat you.
Yeah.
She was like, oh.
I love you so much. I'm dying. And she would just be like, I love you too.
Every girl wants that level of devotion and dedication.
And also too, the music was ominous and like borderline like creepy, but also funny at the same time. I don't know how they pulled that off. But yeah, it was such a bizarre movie.
It was nothing like what you thought it was going to be.
Right. Yeah. And then also too, they really love doing the odd angles when the villains are on screen to the point where you're almost like having to watch it.
I didn't ever notice that.
I'm sleeping on the bed sideways, and I'm
watching
like,
perfect.
It's
actually perfect.
Is this horizontal?
You're a hater. Twilight is amazing.
But spoiler alert, the last movie, when they're doing this montage of fighting and people are dying, and then it's like, okay, again, spoiler alert, you've been spoiled.
If you haven't watched Twilight, fast forward.
It's one of those hokey, it's just a dream. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, we just undid.
You were okay
10 minutes of fighting.
Edward and Bella dying. You were fine with that ending like that?
I can't even remember.
Would you have been
happened.
Okay with that?
Are they have to be rebooting that?
Well, they can't. Those two hate each other. So, yeah. They can't even be in the same room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
because they dated in real life.
I can't say this though. It was one of those movies that it was so corny. It was just fun. It was fun and funny to like enjoy it together because it was just like, oh my goodness, this is unbelievable.
And I said, before we start, this is my favorite movie. Okay.
Unapologetically.
And you're like, okay.
All right. Had enough about that one. My number, I don't know. We're jumping around here. I'm going to go right into Holes.
I knew it.
Really?
I knew it. I said, I was in the bathroom a minute ago, not going to the bathroom, but I was doing things in the bathroom. And I said, he's going to say Holes.
It's a good movie.
It's very good.
Something about you feel this movie when it's hot and they're digging, you feel hot and dirty watching it. And then whenever it's raining in that scene, when they go up to the mountain, Madams around you will take you to the top of the mountain.
Yes, it's a very good movie.
And it's raining and they're eating onions.
Oh,
and I can remember being in the theater like, I want those, even though they're onions.
Yeah.
Something about it just, it seemed great. And his name's Stanley Yelnats. It's his first name spelled backwards. His buddy's name is Zero. They call him Zero because he's got nothing going on.
I know. You should see his Instagram today.
Really?
It's very bizarre. He dresses as what's that character?
Kissing Kate.
Lips into each other's
Oh yeah.
Looks exactly like the character. Final never too far apart.
Isn't his name like
Goofy movie?
Electro or
something like that.
Pulsate or something.
Man, why wasn't that like a real song out? That was so good.
That's a man. I might have to
in
sneak that into
it's
the
only in
top
the movie.
5.
Yeah. Ooh, Goofy movie's great.
That's a really good one. Yep. I'm gonna go back to back.
Okay.
I'm gonna hop, skip, and jump right into Jurassic Park, the OG, and I can say this: the new movies, they're called Jurassic World, but no. No one refers to them as Jurassic World. Everyone is saying Jurassic Park, and there was a reason, because Jurassic Park was actually in a legitimate movie, and it kickstarted a franchise for over 30 years.
So what's the new one called?
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Huh.
Yeah. We'll get into that in a second. Well, actually, do you want to just hop right into that? We're on to the Jurassic Park.
We can. I'm just going to say mine without explaining them. I'm going to go down the last few, okay?
Okay.
We have, these are just, if you guys want movies to watch these. So we have Sinners. We have Acrimony. And Friday. I threw Friday in there. Okay. My Uncle John is in all the Friday movies. He is Craig's dad. So yes, that will always be on the list for sure.
Friday, the Friday after that.
Friday after next, and the Friday after that one. No, Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next. So.
I don't want to skip past Acrimony.
Don't you dare, because you know it was good. You were into it until the end.
The movies you show me, they're usually always pretty solid until about the 85% mark. And then it's as if they were like, you know what? We don't know how we're landing this ship, but we're just going to land it. And in some of them,
know what I will
they're
say,
landing
for
actual
a lot of black films, we don't get the budget that everybody else gets. So sometimes we're like, the
budget's run out.
So sometimes, especially Tyler Perry, his stuff is very good, but sometimes it's really hard. We pack so much drama and amazingness in the beginning and the middle.
Drama in some of these movies.
But the end, we're kind of like, how are we going to end this? Because typically the drama still's going on, but they're just like, we have to end the movie.
People are just dying.
Cheating.
Breakups. All sorts of shenanigans.
Acrimony was good. She did her thing in that. She acted crazy.
Lost it when she was. We don't need to say spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't. It's something to watch.
When she just so happens to stand inside of an anchor's chain, and he hits a button, and she just flops over the side of the boat.
It was good. You were laughing, but before that,
I was dying.
Before that, it was good.
It was actually, that one was pretty good. And I wish when your family comes over Thanksgiving,
we have to watch it.
That is when I must watch with them, and that is a day that I will remember for the rest of my life.
No, they fight.
And
because all the
rightfully
guys,
so.
all the men say that he's right. It's one of those movies where all the men are going to say the man's right. All the women are going to say she's right. So now we're all fighting. And when I say my family fights, I don't mean we're actually in there like fighting. It's just like a funny debate. It's actually really funny.
I don't know. There's a time or two where there's probably family members I
that's
haven't
with
met
Uno
yet because they haven't came around since they watched the movie. There's probably another sister I don't.
There's probably a couple of cousins that are like, you know what? Tyler Perry is breaking up.
I haven't watched them since 2002.
Right. So yes, so those are my quick movies before we talk about Jurassic.
So for about four weeks, Lauren has subtly dropped hints about I want to go see Jurassic Park, to the point where there was no option. We were going to see this movie, and I wanted to see it too. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. So we were pretty excited about this. We pull up. It was a beautiful day. It's 4th of July. Something about Jurassic Park just felt right.
Right.
Theater's great. We're watching it in Olathe, AMC. XL lounge seats.
We must warn people, though. If you are going to get an XL or IMAX, just know the seat will not go back. They do not accommodate that.
Yeah. So the writing was on the walls, and it was also on the chairs.
That was already the first red flag.
I could barely hear the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I could hear the guy in the front row texting. It was so quiet.
Yeah, they needed to turn the volume
up.
That was weird.
I almost needed to bring my own JBL and connect my Bluetooth speaker to it. That was sign number one. Number two is the seat. There was no reclining whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It was you were just. Mm-hmm. It was like an ironing board.
And I looked at you. I said, "How long is this?"
Yeah, and I'm using all sort of.
you were trying to get comfortable.
Sprawled out across 5 different seats.
After a while, you just sat forward like.
Mm-hmm. You're like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "I'm fine."
You seemed upset. Were you upset, low-key, a little bit?
I was fine, but I was just kind of like, man, this is kind of uncomfortable for 2.5, 3 hours. Well, anyways, the highlight of the movie wasn't even the movie.
We had a real life pterodactyl.
I'm not kidding.
I wish I filmed it.
I thought I was in a 4D lounge experience, IMAX style, because this person coughed. And it was reminiscent of...
Was it a cough?
It literally sounded like this. I'm not kidding. This is what it sounded like. And I looked over when it happened.
I could not hold it together.
I looked over at Lauren and I was like, is there a raptor in this room?
I don't even know if it was a cough or a clearing of the throat or if it was a sneeze. I couldn't tell. I'm assuming a cough. It was worse than that.
You absolutely lost it for probably 12 minutes.
You're lucky that it wasn't audible. You're lucky I was able to hold that in because I was done for. Tears.
I almost wanted to check on them. Are you okay?
Because she was old.
Ma'am.
Are you okay? I'm like, call someone. She's choking. She's choking. This lady is choking in the front row. Empty theater, though, by the way. So it was super loud.
You were dying laughing. I was standing there like I had a wooden plank in my back, sweating because it was so hot in that theater room. And I just...
Oh, yeah.
It was unbelievable. But yeah, the movie, I'll say this. It wasn't bad. It was not bad.
Okay.
But the moment you walked out, it was just kind of like, I don't really remember any of it. It wasn't that good.
I don't think it was good.
No one's going to be talking about that longer.
I don't think it was good, and I took some notes.
You took notes? Oh, you're...
Notes.
Wow. Did you have this in theater?
We're not going to talk about that. Hey, we have a podcast now. I do this for you guys.
Okay.
I felt like the back and forth dialogue was odd. Mm-hmm. It seemed like Scarlett was just kind of like going through the motions.
Well, and she was supposed to be this like trained T-Rex assassin.
Yeah, but yeah.
Spoiler warning, it doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Yeah,
She misses every shot. Except towards the very end.
She sucked at her job.
She's supposed to be this trained assassin who's been on 100 expeditions. Mm-hmm. It wasn't
they made it seem like she was so sought after. They're like secretly like...
They're paying her $10 billion.
They're like, we got a deal going on and you're the only one that can do it.
She's Tomb Raider.
But she didn't even do like half of what... I thought she was going to come...
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
We just had a firework go off. I'm sure y'all heard it. It sounded like it was in our room.
Whoa. That was more horrible.
That was more haunting than the Jurassic Park movie.
My goodness.
I think my ear's ringing.
My heart just stopped. What was that? You guys, call it a night. It's 12. 4th of July is over. Anyways,
it's 11:56. They got 4 more minutes.
They're gonna let
ring in my ear.
They're gonna let another one off. I know it. Our backyard probably burning on fire.
Wow. Okay. Back to what was her name?
Scarlett. I felt like Scarlett. I thought she was gonna be like how she is in the Avengers, like Black Widow, right?
Yeah, she definitely felt like she was really fudging it in for the money.
She was just like, let's just get through this. Yeah. She seemed slightly older, a couple pounds.
She really was looking aged on this
because she had a little weight on her. Did you notice? Really? She's her arms are as big as mine right now. And I was like, okay, Scarlett. But anyways, let's stop with the children in scary movies thing.
And so we were talking about this. Maybe I was watching as a younger child through rose.
You got it, baby.
Colored glasses.
You did.
Golly.
You did it.
It seems like kid actors have just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
They're not good anymore.
They moved from actual acting like, whoa, this is what a kid would feel like in that moment to annoying. It's like their role is to be annoying. You're dragging us behind.
Yeah, they're the comic relief and the over acting. It's
like you're just like I feel like if they took the kids out of it and actually made it really scary and more suspenseful, it would be so much better.
And also too, probably 80% of the people in the movie, I was rooting for the T-Rex. Just eat his leg off, something like end this man.
I think that so this is the first Jurassic Park I was rooting like, come on,
the boyfriend. Within the first 3 minutes of him being on scene.
He was going to definitely.
And that's the other thing, too, is the first Jurassic Park movie, 10 out of 10, music, acting, character arcs, is absolutely unbelievably well put together. This movie, no one's going to remember it. No one's going to talk about the characters. I don't remember a single person's name.
Oh, true.
But if that is the case, they're not going to be in the next movie. Just kill them off. Make it where it's very like, oh shoot,
dinosaurs. Yeah. I think what they should start doing, like even if Steven Spielberg is not a part of it, they should run it by him. Like, what do you think about what we have?
Well, it said executive producer, but I feel like he probably
that's just a check.
He probably just slaps his name.
You can use my name, but give me $20 million.
Right.
I don't care what's up.
Yeah. I don't know how long your list is, but I had one more. Okay. I had one more thing I wanted to jump in there at. So dinosaurs are living amongst us. They're in New York Times Square. There is a dinosaur stopping traffic and nobody's like taking video. No one's in awe.
Yeah. I thought that was weird.
And if a squirrel runs across the street, people are like, oh my goodness, look at that thing. There is a prehistoric, full-fledged dino.
Full size, too.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And nobody is like,
they're more
dang.
like, oh, we got to get to work. Oh, look at all this traffic. Yeah.
People will pay hundreds of dollars to go to the San Diego Zoo and see an empty cage because the cheetah's on lunch break.
Right.
But a dinosaur, nobody's even like,
shut up.
Nobody's even like, whoa. Like,
I know.
Get down here.
I think that's what it was about because they were closing that museum because he was like, people don't care anymore. They just got used to it.
I I'm not buying into that. I would be like, holy crap.
Yeah.
There's a dinosaur right out my window.
I agree.
I don't think the magic runs out that quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be absolutely.
I don't know who wrote. I don't know. Anyways,
we're still going to the movies 30 years later, but seeing them in
know.
person, apparently they're just like, it's not on the screen.
They need to take movies back to, the excitement and the real feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just like pumping out.
Also,
crap
too, the
for
old
money.
ones, the CGI and or animatronics stand up.
Mm-hmm.
They stand the test of time.
Because it's like,
it
feels
felt
real.
so real.
Yeah.
But also, too, I feel like a little bit of the campiness of the T-Rexes and raptors in that movie kind of make it feel more like fear-filled.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, oh, shoot.
And
things
these
kinda
new
creepy
dinosaurs
moving.
they don't look that great. It looks like, is that about to fall?
We're rolling.
Okay, these new dinosaurs don't look that great. It almost looks like they're mixing like a turkey with a dinosaur with a. I'm like, what?
I don't know if you caught it. The exposition was at an all-time high in this movie, but the island that they're on, it's like the mixed breed mutts
For sure, but they could have made it look a little better. You don't take the most undesirable parts of the turkey or the whatever and make that the main feature.
Look like a Rancor beast from Star Wars.
It was like, okay. And then they built up this big dinosaur just to show it for 2 seconds and it looks crazy.
And the climax of the movie, strong debate on the way out. Do you remember?
Yes. But they knew we weren't having it.
So everybody knows, at least in the Jurassic Park world, if there's a black man,
he's dead.
He is the first to go.
For sure.
He might not
it's
be the
not
first.
even in Dino World. It's in most movies.
in all multiverses. But specifically with animals that will eat you, they might not be the first on the screen, but they're the first one to go.
For sure.
But the ending of the movie, this just big black dude who could fight the whole world.
Yeah.
He
can fight a dinosaur, for sure.
He sacrifices himself for the group.
Mind you, they've already killed off one of us. So I was like, okay, that's enough.
But to me, it kind of gave him a character arc. He sacrificed himself, and it had a little bit of like, oh, I feel for this character. Then no more than 8 seconds later,
Here he is.
He's shooting a flare gun, and he got away from the most menacing dinosaur.
They would have to see it to get what we're saying. Like the scariest dinosaur in the movie was this close to his face.
Yes.
So we're like, oh, he's for sure dead.
He is Dino Nugget.
Nugget dead. Done. And then he reappears. It's like,
and he swam away.
Right.
How is that happening?
He swims. They're just throwing us all kind of bones these days. But anyways, I think that I give it a D+. What do you give it?
I give it 4 Dino Nuggets out of 10.
It's
4 Dino
terrible.
Nugs.
It was terrible, but whatever.
This is the last thing I'll say on it because our audience is probably tuning out just like the movie. It really just made me want to watch the other ones, specifically the first one. And if that is, maybe that's their play. You know what? If we put out a movie that's so bad, they'll just go to the good one.
You think they're going to do more of these?
They will. There's no doubt.
I think Scarlett's done.
She's done. But that's my point. Just kill off people.
Yeah,
Make
and they
us
kept
feel
making it
something.
very like, you know how in cartoons where somebody will get their hands smashed and then the next scene it's like healed.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That was
okay,
sending
we have
you.
to go back to that.
That
real
was
quick.
sending you.
So the dad with this family that nobody cares about whatsoever. who
They
just-
could have all went for
just
me.
takes over the whole movie. This dad, within the first 12 seconds of the screen, it seems as if he tore his ACL.
It's legit. Like ACL and
His knee
Achilles
is dangling,
done.
and he explains it to us. I can't move my leg.
I'm done, guys. I can't move my leg. I can't walk.
Well, then 90% of the rest of the movie, he's running, jogging, swimming,
jogging, carrying.
He's Indiana
people.
Jones.
Yeah, we were like, you pointed out. You're like, wasn't his leg just hurt? He's
Yeah.
switching legs which one's hurt.
He was a soccer player. I was watching FIFA.
He went literally with a cane at one point. I was like, I thought it was the left leg. Now it's the right.
He just found the perfect cane-like branch.
It was just everything was just too
everything was very convenient. Everything happened to forward the plot.
It's like, I need something to make this light. It's like magically there's
I can't open this door. Oh, you have a key
right?
that's shaped like a stick. That
you found right. It's just kind of like.
And it was also so predictable. I think we were like 4 minutes in, and I was like, "This person's dead. That person's dead. He's gonna get hurt, and that person."
I asked her. I said, "Who's gonna die?" And you almost got it.
I think
perfect.
I got it.
I think you did get it perfect. Other than the last bone they threw for us, and I was like, "All right, well, we'll take it."
He should have died though. That was the only death that was like it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Anyways, it wasn't, happy 4th of July, baby.
Jurassic Park 1 is my favorite.
Okay.
Jumping back to my other favorite movies because we just sped right through yours.
Okay.
I'm going to jump through mine. The Dark Knight.
Really?
You want to know how I got these cars? It's just
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I really do like about that movie is I think it's because of the music.
Mm-hmm.
It really just feels like it's building to the climax and then it like stops and then it builds.
Is this the one where he had to like climb himself out of that?
No, that is The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, okay.
I was born in the darkness.
Okay.
And then my other, The Incredibles.
Really?
Yes.
Should I be concerned that you have like 90% cartoons on there?
Toy Story and Incredibles.
Incredibles? That second one was trash though.
Yeah, the second one it can go away with Jurassic Park Rebirth. But The Incredibles probably one of the most quotable movies I've ever watched.
Really?
So good.
You know what? I didn't know this. I wonder if Madeline told me, my sister-in-law, shout out to you, on the roller coaster at the end, they pipe in cookies.
Smells like cookies.
Smells like cookies at the end. Then when you get off the ride, there's a cart there selling cookies.
Wow.
Genius. Everybody gets in line and gets it.
Little subliminal.
Mm-hmm.
Subliminal.
I was like,
subliminal.
I wonder if she told me that.
I think like she did. May have.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or maybe she told you that and you're like, oh, did you know that? There you go. It was like
a little game of telephone.
Little telephone.
Yeah, great ride, great movie.
Great.
I also too, of all the movies that have not been made into live action, that could be a fun one.
It'd be really hard.
It would be hard, but the only problem
they'll ruin it.
It would probably feel like a parody.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
yeah, they'd ruin it. It's impossible.
I hope they come up with a third one and they do
need
it.
To stop.
They do it well.
They need to let us decide what needs to be live action.
Yeah.
Hercules should definitely be.
Well, and I think they might. No,
I keep hearing about it, but
well, that was our 4th of July journey.
Yeah, I have a little game if you want to play.
Oh,
do you want to play?
Let's play a game.
Okay.
While you get that prepared, I also grilled out today. There's something about 4th of July, and I think being a man, that it's like a rite of passage that you must. It's an absolute must that you grill some sort of meat.
Do you feel like if you don't, you're like less of a man?
No, but I feel like you are more of a man if you do.
Okay.
Make that make sense. Chicken and steak. It was incredible.
Your chicken, I didn't try the steak, but the chicken was great. Mm-hmm. I gotta learn. I need to watch you do the chicken.
Yeah.
I know how to make chicken, guys.
I lather it up with butter.
But the way you do it on the grill,
it's good. The only thing that I have noticed though is, man, it doesn't taste good warmed up. Maybe there's something it's like you gotta eat it fresh off the grill, or
you gotta season it a little more.
Yeah, something.
So that it could kind of, because not just butter, you gotta give it like some love.
All right. Well,
it tastes so good to me though. So
I'm gonna make sure that we're still recording.
Okay.
You give us the rules of the game.
So basically, there's 2 different games if we have time. Okay. One is just simple riddles, just to wake that brain up of yours. And then the other
Wake
is
me
would you
up.
rather.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which one do you want to start with?
Are we starting with a would you rather? Would you rather do a
Would you rather do a would you rather
riddle?
or a riddle? Let's do the riddles.
All right.
It's like, why ask men what they want to do when you're just going to tell them?
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Am I timed?
No, because after that last game I gave you, we all
My brain
you
was just
stressed us all out.
oozing out of my ear.
What does TO spell?
Is this a riddle or
Yes.
What does TO 2?
Okay, what does TOO spell?
2.
What does TWO spell?
2.
What's the second day of the week?
The second Tuesday.
It's actually Monday. So you got that wrong. The week starts on Saturday.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's up for debate.
Here you go. Changing the game. No.
Oh, how come a work week starts on Monday?
It's Saturday is the start of the week.
Is it really?
Yes.
Stop. I thought it was.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Sundays. I mean,
Wait. No.
Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So that means the second day of the week is Sunday.
No. I meant to say Saturday, Monday.
These riddle. What?
Whatever. We're moving past that one.
You just got out riddled by. You got
No.
the answer book in front of you.
I got these offline, so it's the answer's Monday.
Okay, but so we're not gonna scoop right past this one.
What?
So you said the first day of the week is Saturday.
Yeah.
I've never heard that in my life.
It's the truth, though.
It's Sunday. We can debate Sunday. I would say Monday.
That's the last.
There is no way it's Saturday.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. We're going to look it up.
We're looking it up right now. What is the...
It better not be Monday. I'm going to scream.
It says Monday. It says the first day of the week is generally Monday.
Generally Monday, a work week.
According to international standards like ISO 8601, whatever that means.
Okay, hey, I got these
In
offline.
some instances, like the United States and Canada, and for some religious observances, Sunday is considered the first day of the week.
So Saturday's just not even.
I don't know where
option.
you got that. No wonder you're
Google,
late.
you ain't about nothing.
You're a whole day late.
Google, you are not about nothing. Got me out here looking stupid. Okay. You ready? We're moving on. It's not me. I got it from the internet.
What kind of riddle? Where? Okay,
we're
let's go
moving
to
on.
riddle number 2. Is riddle number 2 actually number 4?
You know what? We're moving on. You can take my skin off. I won't cry, but you will. What am I?
An apple.
No.
An onion.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
That one is not debatable.
Okay. What month of the...
no. Monday.
Shut up. I know, now I'm mad. What month of the year has 28 days?
All of them. Boom.
Dang it.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say February.
I'd still be right with that.
Okay, there's a one-story house. Everything in the house is yellow. The floors, the
Okay,
stairs,
wait,
the wall.
slow down. Can't trip me up with this.
There's a one-story house. Everything in the house is yellow. The floors, the walls, the windows, the doors. What color are the stairs?
It's a one-story house.
You know what? I'm done playing games with you. All right.
I like your little journal. It's cute.
Thank you. I think your mom got this for me. I'm almost 100% sure your mom got this for me. All right.
The back of it says Ember.
That's because she wrote on the back, and I should get her little butt. But, yeah. Okay. A red house is made out of red bricks. A blue house is made out of blue bricks. A yellow house is made out of yellow bricks. What house is a greenhouse made out of? What is a greenhouse made out of? I said that wrong.
Plants.
No.
Green bricks.
It's glass, but whatever.
Lame.
I know these are getting worse and worse.
What's up with all these
Google? You're not
yellow riddles.
You know what? We're moving on to Would You Rather. Okay. We're actually going to edit all of this out because I'm done.
This is good. I like it.
Would you rather have your mouth taped for 1 year?
Are these like riddles or is it just
No, this is just would you rather. You pick one or the other.
Okay.
Would you rather have your mouth taped for 1 year or one of your hands tied behind your back for 1 year?
Oh, one hand behind the back.
What?
For sure. Not being able to talk for a year? And that's so uncomfortable. And can you imagine sleeping with tape over your mouth? The list could go on. How am I eating?
You want one hand out of commission for a year?
Yes. How do I eat?
No, you can take it off to eat, but it's got to go right back on.
Sounds like COVID.
I did that.
I did that for a year, and that was idiotic.
Goodness. That was crazy.
Yes, that was crazy.
My coworkers would say, like, every time they would go home, their nose would collect so much like boogers and stuff, like dried boogers, because we had to keep it on at work. So the whole ride home, everybody was just like picking their nose on the way home. So I'm like, wouldn't that be worse?
I didn't have that
than actually getting.
I didn't have that problem.
COVID. I'm just saying you didn't wear it all the time.
It's true.
I'm talking hours a day. Anyways.
But yeah, that just sounds terrible.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah. Hand behind the back. Can I pick which hand?
It has to be your dominant hand.
That might be kind of fun though. It would get my other hand to be dominant, so then it actually might help me.
After 10 days, you'd be over it.
I think I could do it.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to, but if I had tape on the mouth, sleeping alone would be a nightmare. And I sweat so much, I would just be dying.
You'd probably suffocate.
Yeah. It'd make work hard. I couldn't talk to anybody.
Would you rather lose
Sorry. I'm just going all over the place. How would we do the podcast?
True.
I'd just be a taped mouth over here.
It's just a little fictitious world. Okay. Would you rather lose your taste for a year or your sense of touch for a year? I say taste because then I could really get in shape.
I would probably say touch, but that could be harmful because you might be burning and not even know it.
Yeah,
or slam your hand in a door and.
All right, moving on.
Don't skip past my thoughts.
Taste or touch? What is it?
I would say the touch.
Okay.
I mean,
you're not that much of a foodie though. You drink it for the.
I need the
flavor.
I need coffee. I need the food. Give me the food.
Okay.
Louisiana hot sauce would be hard to give up for a year.
That's true. Would you rather go to war for a year or prison for a year?
There's a lot of jokes in this.
Go ahead and pick one. Where are we at?
Let's go to war, baby.
Okay.
Wait, what was the other one? Prison? Oh, heck no.
I'd go to prison.
What?
Yeah, you can die at war.
Well, you can have some crazy things happen.
You can die but you'll be alive.
I don't know.
You're like, will I?
I'm definitely going to war.
Okay.
There's a lot of wars that nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
They're just chilling.
But I mean, like, you're an active, like...
You'd get military discounts.
Fine.
Military discounts.
Really? Because all the vets seem to be struggling. So I don't know if I trust all that.
I would go to war.
Okay.
That'd be kind of cool.
This is the last one.
Did you ever want to get in the military?
No.
Is anyone in your family in the military?
No. I'm pretty sure somewhere down the line. There's so many. My dad is one of 13. All of them had a bunch of. Somebody did something. You know what I mean? My mom's one of 7. Somebody's somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've never had that. I feel like if anybody was going to have that, it'd be Ronnie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
My brother, the firefighter, he has that, like, you know.
He kind of gives off like he's he's been in the military.
Well, the stuff he's seen
Yeah.
firefighting, I'm like, how are you existing?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like he would be the one out of everyone.
When I was in high school, there was like the tiniest bit of me that wanted to, but I think I was just never wanted to be away from home that long.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Moving on.
All right, this is the last one because my game's Flop-tina, and I'm
This
embarrassed.
better be good.
I'm not bringing up another game, by the way, because they've been a disaster.
Well, we usually release these on Fridays. We're releasing them tomorrow, the first day of the week. So
Oh, you're terrible. You're so
start off your week with a new episode. There is no world, even a Jurassic World, that Saturday is the first day of the week.
You are terrible.
Okay.
Because you know that I Googled it and I was like, oh, I got him with this one. I felt very confident in that one.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather
Okay.
$1 million right now
Okay.
or unlimited knowledge?
Does the unlimited knowledge,
Unlimited.
can I make money with it? No. Give me the unlimited knowledge.
What?
Because I could make so much more than $1 million. Unlimited knowledge?
Dang, I should have made it more specific, like unlimited knowledge about how to make cupcakes or something. Anyways, that was my little lame game, and I'm not bringing any more games up, so I hope you guys enjoyed that because I'm really pretty bummed.
Well, I had a good time. It was funny. Your riddles were very puzzling at times.
You guys, I got these offline. I didn't think of them myself.
We're gonna leave it at that. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in on this wonderful
I just want to go
first day of the week. Thank you all. Have a good long week because Saturday starts it off. I got another 8-day work week coming up. We do appreciate you guys tuning in. You thinking of that person coughing again? I'm probably gonna have to be the one signing us off today.
I'm done.
But we do appreciate all the likes, the comments. Oh no, we got to get out of here, y'all. We appreciate the like.
I thought Saturday was the
the
first.
likes, the
Do you
comments.
see how confident I was when I said that too? Saturday's the first. Like I was very confident.
Oh my goodness, my cheeks are hurting from laughing this episode. Well, babe, do you got anything else to say?
No.
Have a good week, y'all. An 8-day week. We do appreciate the likes, the comments, the subscribers. That's really cool.
Yeah. Ask us questions.
Ask us questions, but also give us a review on Apple Podcasts. We will shout you out. We'll probably read the comment, 5-star it. Anything else, my dear?
I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Just, yeah, if you guys have any questions, I don't know. Because sometimes I'm like, what should we talk about? And I'm sure there's things that you guys want to know. So ask so we can answer. I don't want to just be spilling all the tea.
Yeah. Give us some good riddles. 'Cause, boy, Lauren's got some gems over here. Well, we're signing off. See y'all.
Bye.